welcome to Tribecards. I'm your host, David N. Ark, and a while ago, I bought 100 packs. There were two 50 packs from Walmart. I think each 50 pack was like $25 or something, and I picked out 18 cards that, I don't know, kind of stood out. So the first one is going to be Jackie Bradley Jr. here. One of the things that I absolutely love about this card is the framing. I love the bullpen area or whatever that is behind him. I love how that green border frames him within the card. Now I know that would be like an awful card if it was naturally that thick of a border, but the fact that that's from the field, I don't know. I just thought that was a very cool way to do that. And then we have Steven Strasburg, and this is from the All-Star game. And I love this. I love the joy that he is showing on his face. I think that's what it is. I mean, it's just, he's got the sunglasses on, he's laughing, having a good time. I don't know. When I think of baseball players and just baseball, this is the look they should all have. They're getting paid tons of money to knock a ball around and have fun. I love this picture, man. It is great. And then I pulled a Dale Murphy MVP. Of course, MVP. It's Dale freaking Murphy. I grew up watching Dale Murphy play, and he was always one of my non-Indians' favorite players. And so when I pulled the Dale Murphy card, I was just like, oh, I got to put this in the selected cards from all of these packs. It's Dale Murphy, man, And then Roberto Alomar, one of the hands-down best shortstops to ever play the freaking game. And here we go with his Donruss rated rookie card. I was very excited to pull this. It's really weird. For as long as I've been doing this and as long as I've been collecting for whatever crazy reason, I don't think I actually have this card of his. So I was very happy to pull it, and I'll be very happy to add it to my Roberto Alomar personal collection for sure. And then I also managed to pull a 91 Fleer with a bright yellow border. Carney Lansford. First of all, the yellow border with the yellow socks and the yellow wristband, awesome right there, man. But Carney Lansford is one of those players that, for whatever reason, especially during that particular time period, I don't know, something about his name or something, I thoroughly enjoyed collecting any Carney Lansford cards I have, and I've got a pretty decent collection. And then this one is a 2010 opening day Superstar Celebrations, and I included it because I don't think I've ever seen this, and I know you can't tell from the scan, but the stars going up the side are all foil, and I just don't remember seeing this card in my collection before. I'll be honest, I don't remember seeing it ever at all. So it just kind of stood out as just a kind of a neat way to present the card. I thought it was, I don't know, artistically kind of cool. And then we have the captain, Derek Jeter, playing his final game at Yankee Stadium. Like Jeter, love Jeter, hate Jeter, whatever your stance is, you cannot deny the impact Derek Jeter had on the Yankees as an organization, on baseball as a whole. Just his longevity, his character. I mean, it's Derek Jeter, man. There's no way I could not include that in my top 18 cards out of the 50 packs. And then this Jared Parker card, ever since this card came out, it has been one of my all-time favorite cards. I love the green grass on the border, the green Athletics logo, the green in the background, the green jersey with the yellow pop every now and then, the white pants. Artistically, this is one of the coolest put together, assembled, whatever the word is for artistic compilations that they have. I think it's awesome. And then this card, unfortunately, I don't know if there was like some kind of weird things Topps was doing, but you can't scan this particular card without it just doing weird, goofy stuff. But this is Mike Hargrove. And I loved watching Mike Hargrove when he played for the Indians and then managed the Indians and went on with his career. And Mike Hargrove has always been one of my favorite people in baseball of all time. So I had this. When I pulled his card, I had to include him. There was no way I was not going to. And Pete Rose. Now, this is him as a manager. I included this for a couple of reasons. One, I love the expression on his face. It's like somebody yelled out, "Yo, Pete," and then they took his picture. You know, it's like, what? But it's Pete Rose. You know, again, like him, love him, hate him, whatever. He's still, especially as a player, was by far and away one of the best players ever. I also included this because on the back of this card is the checklist, and I really, really wish they would do team checklists again. I always thought that was such a cool thing to do. This one here is Christian Yelich, and this is his Topps rookie card, and I just... from 2014, I think 2013, somewhere in there. But I don't know. I like the stance that he's got. The fact that it's his rookie card. I don't know. It stood out to me as I was going through looking at the different cards, and that one, I don't know, it jumped out. You know, sometimes a card just appeals to you and you go, I don't know why, but there you go. And then we have Bruce Sutter for the Braves, and man, again, you know, I'm of the age where I grew up watching Bruce Sutter, and he was always one of my favorite pitchers. I loved watching him on TV. I never did get to see him live, but oh my gosh, one of my all-time favorite non-Indians pitchers. So when I pulled his card, I knew he was going to be in this limited stack of cards here as well. So then we moved to Bert Blyleven. Bert Blyleven. Is that what I said? I don't know. I feel like I messed that up. Anyway, former Indians, in fact, played for multiple teams. Hall of Famer, just, again, one of my all-time favorite pitchers, primarily because he was an Indians player at a kind of pivotal point in my, you know, growing up and collecting and all that kind of stuff. But always enjoy watching Bert Blyleven play. And then this card, the Midsummer Classic Kings, this is another one of those cards that I just don't think I've ever seen before. So it also happens to be Roger Clemens, so, you know, gee, when you can pull the rocket, what a bummer, right? But I don't know. I really, really like this. So I don't know, is there a version where like the Midsummer insert is actually a die cut or something? Because if not, that would be really, really cool. I'm not a big manufactured patch kind of person, but that would be kind of a neat thing. And then this is Ian Kinsler again. You know, Topps in their weird foil. It doesn't scan very well, but this is Ian Kinsler's rookie card, and I've had a chance to see Ian Kinsler play many, many times. The Texas Rangers play, for all intents and purposes, right down the road. I mean, sure, it's like a 4-hour commute, but still, you know, it's right down the road for us folks who live out in the boonies and don't have access to Major League Baseball. But always been an Ian Kinsler fan. And then there were lots of catchers, as you can imagine, in 50 or in 100 packs of cards. But this one of B.J. Surhoff, it jumped out because as soon as I saw it, it immediately reminded me of dinged corners. And those of you that have been, especially in the online hobby for any period of time, back in the day, many years ago, there were 3 women who collected cards. Actually, it was a mother and her daughters. And one of the things that Lucy collected, that was one of the daughters, was catchers in uniform. And that B.J. Surhoff card just, I don't know, it brought back so many memories, and I just absolutely loved pulling this card, and it reminded me of them, so I definitely had to include that. And then we have George Brett. Now, first of all, yeah, I'm including him because he's George Brett. All right, fine. But I also love this picture. I love the fact that they did it landscape. I love the fact that they caught it at the moment he's hitting the ball. I love that the bat looks bent. I mean, what an awesome arrangement, perfect timing. And I realize, I know they take 9,000 shots and they pick that one out of there, but I don't care. It's just that's the one they ended up using on the card, and I absolutely love it. Find it absolutely phenomenal. Great stuff, man. Great George Brett card. And then I'm wrapping things up with Rick Manning, and I've always been a Rick Manning fan. I know some people, again, love him, hate him, whatever, but I've always been a Rick Manning fan. He played for the Indians way, way back in the 70s, and ever since then, he's always been on my favorite player list. And so anytime I pull a Rick Manning card, I'll set it aside and then compare it with my personal collection to see if I already have it or not. And then if not, it definitely gets added to my non-Indians player collection that I've got. I've got a bunch of players in that collection, but Rick Manning is always a member of that particular select group of cards. So anyway, there you go. That is 18. Why did I pick 18? Well, because my scanner fits 9 cards, so I can scan 9 at a time, and I thought 18 was a nice round number in terms of putting them on my scanner. I don't know. That's not really a rhyme or reason, but anyhow, those are 18 of the cards that I pulled from the 100 packs of cards from Walmart. Now, you will notice I did not display any Indians cards because of those I pulled aside, and so those are separate, and I'll do those in another video. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this. You will also notice that there are no Cubs cards, and the reason for that is because I had set those aside separately. One of the things that I do, I've got certain folks that they kind of automatically get whatever particular team they collect. If I pull those cards, then I set them aside. So I've got those Cubs set aside for a particular individual, but I will probably go through and highlight, maybe I'll grab 9 of those, and we'll do a special Cubs version or something. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. But hey, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed checking out some of the cards that we got from buying 100 packs of cards from Walmart. Wow. Got any questions, problems, suggestions, horror stories? Feel free to leave those down in the comments section below. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time here on Tribecards.